Hey everyone, in this tutorial we will learn how to use Chatgpt for helping us in creating a simple API or learning how to create a simple API using PHP. I'm using the free version of Chatgpt, which is 3.5. So let's see how we can use it. First, let's create an API. Create an API using PHP example, for example. So it will give us an example. And here, as you can see, it generates a tutorial with a small example. As you can see, creating an API using PHP involves first of all defining endpoints that respond to HTTP requests. So we have to define an endpoints, and those endpoints related to HTTP requests such as GET or POST, and then it will return a data as a response, and this data is structured in a structural format like JSON. It first told us to create a file, index.php file, and let's and gives us the code. First we will define the content type using the header, the content type, which is data. The data will be returned as a JSON file, and as we don't have any data or any database, it suggests simulating data using an associative array. So this create items and store it data. Here we have an ID and a value, one for example, and name. Then we will handle the GET request. This is a very simple example, very simple example on using the GET request, for example. First we will check using the server, the super global variable server, check the request method if it is a GET request, and the isSet and the endpoint is set. It means if we have an endpoint named endpoint, and it has if we have an endpoint, then if those conditions are true, we will check the endpoint if we have this endpoint. So check if this endpoint has a value of items, it will return the items data. But first it will convert the associative array to a JSON format using JSON underscore encode method. If the endpoint has no value or has no value called items, it will return an error, a 404 error, and it will echo an error, endpoint not found. And if the request has an error from the beginning, it will return a response error. That method is not allowed, the GET method. And then we will echo an error, invalid request method. let's try to apply this example and see what will happen. Also, to create a single endpoint using this URL, we have API and items that responds to GET request. So if we want to, and also it suggests to test this API using a postman, or simply access the endpoint in the browser. We will access the endpoint in the browser because it is simple and we don't need postman in this example. Let's go to our folder here in the hdocs, create a folder called simple API, for example. And create a file called index.php. Inside the file, let's copy the code and paste it here, and let's try to run this from the browser. Copy path and come here to the browser. I will delete this and type localhost. There is an error, invalid request method. Yes, because there is an error in the URL. API, but I typed it simply by this is not the error. No, this is not the error. It told us that your domain, which is a localhost API, index.php, and the endpoint. And let's do this. Of course, this is an error because I have to delete the API and the URL. Yes, and now it works. Simple API, index.php, and the endpoint has a value of items. It works, and the data is the response from the server come as a JSON format. Now let's see let's reload and see the request. Yes, here this is the URL, and the request method is get, and it is successful because this code is 200, and as you can see it works fine, and the response data comes as a JSON. The content type is a JSON format. And here, as you can see, the query string parameter. So this endpoint is called query string parameter, which is here. after the exclamation mark, and it has a value of items. I hope this lesson is useful for anyone. Thanks for watching.